Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Avowed with me, BringItDon. Let's get to the garden.
Oh, good. Everyone's panicking.
We need to leave before all of the tusks is flooded with lava.
And then what? Start over with nothing? We'd be beggars in the streets.
Buddy, there's oh, he disappeared. Now there's dream thralls out there, so be careful.
I don't like the way that lava is rising.
That's why Nandru built the sluice gates, to redirect the lava flows away.
Adira.
You think the Locatin have made it out?
He's not the one I'm worried about. Someone's going to have to tell the outposts.
Watch yourself. Saka, you're right. Okay, let's talk to the others. Speak a messenger.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Sure, the keep is gone. You know what that means. I knew it. The moment I saw that Adiran...
Wherever we go next,
I knew it. Exactly, Amaku.
Alright.
I did not.
You guys keep conversing amongst yourselves. I'm going up top. Need to upgrade my meteor sword. Whatever the upgrade is going to be called.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the keep, quickly and calmly, and...
We're all going to die!
Calm yourself. You won't die as long as you listen to me. We already have a camp set up outside the keep. Simply follow the warden's directions, and you shall all be safe.
Oh, Marius, praise Abidon, you are alive.
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive.
I figured as much. That she raised Marius. Say nothing.
Envoy, well, I'm glad you survived your trip up the mountain.
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now.
Let's not waste time then. Where's the path to the garden?
We told you, we don't know, and this is hardly the time to be asking.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
Where's Kostya, Mihala?
He's gone below to open the sluice gates. Nandru designed the gates to direct the lava flows away from the keep, but Forja hasn't awakened in centuries.
Could Kostya have told the Steel Garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
It's also possible he's purposely not opening the sluice gates to destroy the fortress. He doesn't believe the wardens can last here much longer.
He lacks faith in the wardens and conviction in Nandru's teachings. But I always believed he had a certain strength of character, that he could see wisdom and bow before it.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but...
But?
Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
Tell me where he is. I need to find the garden.
I will. Abaddon stay my tongue if I betray him, but I will. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way.
I wish you and your wardens the best.
Let's hope we don't need your wishes. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. And Marius, make it back to us in one piece.
I assume that's an order, Commandant?
Head through the door in the smithy. You'll find Kostya in the lava tubes beneath the keep. Go now, and go with the gods. Please, you must find Kostya.
Looks like a safe place to be. In the lava tubes during a volcano eruption.
Outsider! That was a damn big explosion, wasn't it? Heard it down here above the sound of the anvils. What can I do for you?
I have star metal. Huh?
You're back! What did you miss most? The loud clanging or the grimy walls and floor? What can I do for you?
Star metal. Guess not. Alright, guess we don't get to see the upgrade.
They went.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that guy. We're also about to level up. I feel like I've done everything. I'm wondering, actually, thinking about it, can I go back up here? What if I exit? I forgot to open that chest up north. Someone pointed that out after I got that key for the chest, because I elected not to use the lockpicks. I figured the key would be nearby, and I was right, the key was, and then I never used the key to open the chest. So real quick. I'm glad the game doesn't stop me. It's like after the one quest in the Emerald Stair, we couldn't fast travel at all until we got to Fior. Let's see. Pretty much this way. Oh no, I did use it. Well, never mind. Oh, while we're here, we might as well level up.
Good one! Take a moment, people.
There it is. I mean, what's left to do? Evasive, maybe? Into the fray. Toughness. Oh, our companions get upgrades. Sweet. Alright, let's do the last upgrade for Fire and Ire. Well, actually, let's grab this. Second Wind. When Kai's health is reduced to 0, he revives himself by restoring 50% of his maximum health. Then for Marius... Exposing shots. Mars's attacks reduce enemy damage reduction. Giada. Medic shielding. When barrier ends, allies are healed in proportion to the amount of temporary health remaining. And then Yatsley. Affliction Blast. Blast has a 5% chance to inflict frozen, ignited, or shocked. It doesn't say accumulation, it just says it's gonna inflict one of those. Well, 5% chance anyway. And then here, I guess, Constitution. But Dexterity's good too. We'll do Constitution. Alright, and then back to the keep. That worked out pretty well. I mean, we didn't have to actually go back there for anything, but I did level up, so still a win. I did keep Athasian gloves on, right? Yeah.
Not anyone in these days, huh?
Odd conversation to be having right now.
But the council members are having real food. Not this rot they've been serving us. You wouldn't.
Don't worry about that right now either.
It's odd, but there's a beauty to this place. Magma's getting awfully high. We might want to hurry.
And it's probably nothing to fret about, right?
Who's ready for more?
Looks like we do eventually loop back that way. That's where that corpse was that we saw. On the map, not actually saw it.
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning.
Kostya left them behind to die. Blessed Korba.
Well, I mean, he did seem like he actually cared for the people. I don't think he's just leaving behind to die. Unless he's off his rocker, in which case he might.
It burns! It burns!
I would recommend walking through it there, Marius. It is lava. So I guess I could have put ice down for him, but I waste my grenades.
Watch yourselves. One for you!
Look to your left! Left leg!
Nice job, everyone.
It's not your regular base.
Voices silenced.
Yeah. Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving.
And crazy this hasn't been maintained at all. Getting down here to the sluice gates.
Is that all you got? What's up? Nice shot!
I'll take that. Thank you.
They wound us, and we wound in return.
Records of Old Solace, Part 4. The garden is a household name, spoken in odd and hushed tones. We Pargrunan have known since the moment we arrived that to protect it was our sacred charge, given to us by Wodoka herself through our great founder. Beyond that, none knew the truth of what the garden really was. On one instance, a bold young warden attempted to build in secret a vessel that would survive the trip across the Acid Sea. Upon discovering this, Nandru exiled the warden, claiming that the island secrets would remain just that. Entrusted by Nandru himself, I'm the only warden alive that knows the truth of the garden's nature. While smite me should I ever give in to temptation, I put this secret to writing. The end of the document is marked with a faded symbol reminiscent of an eye. Interesting.
Take your best shot.
Oh, he's down there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Sibelius. Alright, fine. Anybody else want to try? We got nothing but time. And a can-do attitude. I finally started putting stuff in vases. Let's get to the final stretch of the game. What we got there?
Watch your step. Even you wouldn't come back from that fall, boy.
It's like a challenge to me. Oh, it's a little underwhelming after the boss has already been defeated. Oh, hey, there's a trap there. I want to watch out for that, guys. I noticed it with my keen perception. That one too. Used one of my senses. pretty potent poison. Go ahead and pop that. Alright, Ancient Alacrity. Grants time-stealing arrow, slows a hit enemy by 15% for 5 seconds, and parting shot, power attacks give you plus 20% move speed for 5 seconds. Made from living wood and embedded with chunks of Adra, this bow feels alive in your hands. It was created millennia ago by unknown godless artisans, and lost to time when they disappeared. In more recent history, this weapon was found in the depths of godless ruins by an Adirian explorer named Addis. As the youngest son of the noble Cato line, Addis's prospects at home were dim, so he came to the living lands to seek his purpose. In his hands, this bow is a deadly implement indeed, but when or where it was that he disappeared is a mystery. Regardless, it is thanks to this intrepid explorer that Ancient Alacrity no longer wastes away in the depths as it did for so many centuries. Oh yeah? No, we could beat that guy up later. He might be on his way to see us now. Borodin. That's a pretty cool name.
Right behind you.
Watch the left.
What? Thought that was dead on. There we go. Problem solved. Problem solved. Get him, Marius. Records of Old Solace, Part 3. We'll read a book while Marius duels that skeletal mage. Mere few weeks after our arrival in Galawain's tusks, Nandra unexpectedly visited the living archives. The monastery was still in its infancy, but he sought me out with claims that he had made a shocking discovery. As we walked, Nandra pointed out various features in the landscape. A hill here, a now dry channel there, nothing out of the ordinary. He then asked if anything seemed wrong to me. I did not, at least not until he told me his discovery. Galawain's tusks used to be a verdant paradise, not this god's forsaken waste. How he stumbled upon such a mystery, he would not say. But I believed him, then as I believed him now. The end of the document is marked with a faded symbol reminiscent of an eye.
Endless night. When will the sun rise?
Good job, team.
Another glorious battle.
Oh, that's part 1. I guess part 2 has the most damning information in it. If I had to speculate. This document has been written in a neat, efficient script. These are the words of First Elder Monk Karatana, founder of the Living Archives, appointed by Nadra himself on this most holy of missions, to ensure that the memories of the Pargruna never fade into obscurity, to hone our minds into faultless repositories of knowledge, and our bodies into weapons with which to defend them. With Weil as my witness, let it be known that as long as even one monk of these archives lives and breathes, our history will not be forgotten. As I near the end of my life, however, I find myself writing these records regardless. Let us hope they are never needed. The end of the document is marked with a faded symbol reminiscent of an eye. Yeah, there probably won't be any more traps now that I'm ready for them. Records of Old Solace, Part 5. After so many years, some of the older wardens have begun to voice their discontent at staying in one place for so long. It is in the heritage, the very blood, of the Bargrunen to wander, discover, and settle. There are even worshippers that Pravatika would soon be upon us. Such superstition is unfortunately common among my older peers, that every settlement will one day face its Pravatika, its final event. Of course they will. That is simply the way of the world. All things end. It gladdens his old heart to see that this nonsensical concept is fading away. The end of the document is marked with a faded symbol reminiscent of an eye. That seems pretty common among people with religious beliefs. End of the world is always right around the corner, because people want tangible evidence of their faith. They want to be a part of like the big event, right? Ah, the end of the world will happen in my time. I can see it happen. Otherwise, faith is intangible.
These bodies are still warm. Kostya must have passed by recently. We should move.
Alright, let's go beat this guy up.
This old place feels like it's gonna come apart.
Hold on a second.
Got a shot. Got it. Out of the way.
Everybody all right?
Alright, he fell into lava, but he did drop something, so... Do the old save and load trick. Huh, really thought I could get in that.
If Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets.
So I'm guessing we'll have another chance to upgrade our equipment. We keep finding new legendaries and well, upgrade materials, of course, which could just be, you know, randomly generated, so that may not be telling, but the finding legendary equipment, I think, is... Or unique items, I should say. Legendary just means the tier. So probably when we get to the garden, there'll be a camp. Or on the way to the garden, kind of like in between each act. Hey, stop and talk to your companions. Get off on each floor and check it out. Records of Old Solace Part 2. I, Elder Monk Karatana, am honored to be among those brave few that first landed on the shores of the living lands with our beloved founder. As he forged a path, we followed. He was not satisfied with the island's sunny coast, nor its verdant forests. It was clear that he was looking for something, for even the arid deserts were not harsh enough for his liking. After coming across the tusks, Nandru was finally satisfied. We then learned what it was he sought. An island, far into the acid sea. This, he said, was our calling, and that it was now our duty to protect it, and so we have. While willing, our descendants will still patrol these wastes long after these old bones have turned to dust. The end of the document is marked with a faded symbol reminiscent of an eye. So I believe that's parts 1 through 5. Not saying that that's all of them, but we have found all the sequential parts thus far.
We too.
Top it all. And a mountain. Cause another eruption? What do we... Alright. That would have hurt.
Daylight. Essence we have not felt in centuries.
Probably Nandru.
My brother, soul of my soul, how did you find me here?
Why do you linger, spirit? What forces in the Adra tether you here?
A god beyond the grasp of gods. What is the wield to a man subject to one like them? I told Sabadal not to look for me. I did not wish to be found.
I didn't. I stumbled onto you.
I have been here for so long. No one came looking. Nandru, you are blessed, my fellow Parkronan said. But I did not come here to meet Sabadal. I am hiding from them. I remember it all. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run.
You're a godlike of Sabadal too, aren't you?
That was the name they gave themselves. Stolen from the ancient souls, whose deaths gave rise to them. To us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them.
Want me to do what?
You have seen them, as I have. Memories of their ancient, chosen children. Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you, or I, who loved Sabadal and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eyes. The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sabadal. But to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sabadal turned their world to ash, ignited the breath in their lungs, and made their people into dust. Sabadal burned the world, and the people who revered them suffered for it.
If you knew this, why did you build Solace on the ruins of the Godless?
So that I would be confronted every day with what our god had done. So that I would not grow weak and give in. So that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you. So that I would never set them free.
Was that fire the catastrophe that annihilated the Godless?
No. Their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wished to bring their children back to them. Back to her.
Her?
The rightful queen. Wodica.
What does Wodica have to do with this?
She is the center. The center of everything.
Yeah, I'm going to save Sapodal and end the Dream Scourge. So if the other gods had actually, tried to work with Sapodal instead of immediately attacking like Wodica did. I mean, Sapodal lashed out because she was attacked. It doesn't seem like Sapodal has matured yet. She seems, immature. Obviously. She could have been guided, which, I don't care for the other gods either, because they're artificial gods and they're jerks. But, the god... Sapodal had a right to defend herself. Now, she doesn't seem to have a full grasp of her powers yet. And so when she lashed out, she wrecked everything around her. So Wodica was actually the catalyst for everything.
They shield you from the truth of what they are. The Dream Scourge has existed as long as they have. Don't you see? It is their infection. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree.
No, I will free them.
You are bound as they are bound, godlike. Your soul is strong, but it is not your own. Why free them when they will never free you? Ah, I always meant to die down here, to siphon my soul into a lonely pillar Disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace.
How will I know the way to the garden when I find it?
It is only a door. Carved and warded by my own rough hands. It knew me. It will know you. Because the same thorn tears at us both.
Wait, if you can't reach the wheel, what will happen to you?
I do not know my end. In that I find a peace beyond any even the true gods can dream of.
Well, thank you, Nandru.
Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Wodika, tell her I said hello.
You okay? He went away again, but this time seemed different.
Envoy, you alright? We lost you there for a bit, but not like before.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to ally with Wodika regardless, but also Wodika caused the destruction of the
Kostya's
Akita.
already proven himself an enemy of Solace. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine with me.
Also, I don't think Wodika would have stopped after Sapadal was defeated anyway. The Akitans knew about another god, and Wodika doesn't like that. I mean, Wodika was the cause of the first game, so. She doesn't like her secrets getting out.
The sluice gates are just ahead. Kostya's probably already there. Let's move.
Lava's high. We gotta hurry.
Oh, we're hurrying, so I'm sprinting. Cardio. There's a chest back here. Might be above me.
Good, you're here.
Yes, I am. Sneak past you guys, and we have records of Old Solace Part 6. Solace Keep was an ambitious undertaking, but under Nandru's guidance, leadership, and determination, it was finished. A beacon that stands proud as a symbol of the Pargunan living within its walls. With this done, Nandru presented to us an even greater challenge. The Floating Foundry. A massive facility built atop a river of lava. Many wardens lost their lives securing the construction site, and many more died during the foundry's construction. Their sacrifices, while tragic, were not in vain. The Floating Foundry was erected, bringing with it arms and armor of unparalleled quality. Unfortunately, the foundry did not last long. Less than 8 years after its construction, tragedy struck. An eruption caused the river to swell, and none were able to make it to the sluice gate in time. Now only ruins remain. Though it is gone, may the foundry's fall serve as a reminder to all of us that unchecked ambition will lead to ruin. These are the final words of First Elder Monk Karatana. May WoW guide me on the journey to my next life. The end of the document is marked with a trio of faded symbols, each reminiscent of eyes.
Help me destroy this winch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it.
I killed Ludwig. Your scheme is over.
I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves.
It's hard to be mad at him. He does have a very kind face. Was it you who told the Steel Garrote about the path to the garden?
Me, specifically? No. I only provided them access to material from the living archives. The books and records that the novice brought to them were what revealed the secret. By the way, is that novice still alive?
So yeah, she was stealing it for the Steel Garrote. I interpreted that correctly. Yahtzee, so whatever. She's in prison. Actually, honestly, I don't know.
And what of the Steel Garrote? Should I assume they're all dead as well?
Well, they are, yeah. You're the one who orchestrated the theft in the living archives, aren't you?
Guilty as charged. I was the one guiding Dona. Mihala's sin is that despite her preoccupation with traditions and oaths, she has no curiosity. I had all the time to figure out what books I needed to acquire for the Steel Garrote. Then I had Dona, our young novice, steal them from the archives for the Steel Garrote. I assume you didn't let the Steel Garrote or the Inquisitor survive their search.
Of course not. The Steel Garrote were taken by the Dream Scourge. I had to defend myself.
And so you brought it back here? Among the Wardens?
The Dream Scourge doesn't work like that.
It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath.
I actually kind of agree with them. Now, we're in kind of dire straits here, because if we let the lava take out the fortress, people will probably die. But I agree, Nandru built the fortress to guard Sapadal for Wodoka. So the fortress doesn't have a reason to be here. So I do agree with Kostya. The only problem is we have lava on the way, and I don't want people to die for that. Yeah, Nandru lied about the oath. The garden is a secret prison for a god. You're just the jailers.
Then my conviction only grows stronger, Envoy. Nandru never wanted what was best for us. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it.
I agree with you.
Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
Mihala asked me to stop you.
Ha! Finally! Proof she's got a spine. Well, Envoy, now's your chance. Are you going to be a good little minion and do as she asked?
You need to stop taunting me, man.
Will you let me save my people from themselves?
What would you have me do, Marius?
Well, he has a point. But it's not worth letting Solace fall to prove it.
You, of all people, are speaking in favor of the suffocating grasp of tradition.
I'm talking about not destroying our ancestral home just because you don't like Nandru. You're just as blinded by those traditions as Mihala. Have the courage to leave if you want, but don't force everyone else to.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Don't destroy Solace and risk people's lives. And Solace is their home. Some people may want to stay. Give them the choice. Don't destroy Solace Keep because no one has a choice. They have to leave. But if people choose to stay here, let them. It's an unsheathed weapon. I can't let you do this.
A life for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Stand down, Kostya. This just isn't your day.
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
Come on, man. It doesn't have to be this way. Alright, Counselor's Garb. Grants Cutthroat Politics, plus 50% stealth attack damage, and Pargroon Woven Fabric, plus 5% damage reduction and 3 additional damage reduction. This extravagant tunic was made especially for Kostya at his request. The fabric is reinforced with incredibly durable steel threads to assuage some of his paranoia, and the metal plating hanging from it has been oiled and treated, to ensure that it makes absolutely no noise. The result is surprisingly effective protection that does not appear to be so at first glance. And Counselor's Shoes. Item bonus plus 15 maximum essence, and Politician Sidestep. Plus 3 dexterity and plus 25% dodge distance. That's a straight upgrade, isn't it? Doesn't look as good, but sure. Though at first glance these shoes appear to be purely for show, they're surprisingly functional. Common enough among members of the Solace Council, Kostya as usual went above and beyond and had his shoes enchanted. Of utmost importance was the Supreme Comfort enchantment. As frivolous as it seems, they helped a great deal in trying to keep a level head after hours of standing around a council table. Additionally, as a paranoid individual, Kostya tried his best to prepare for any possibility. These shoes were enchanted to help him stay out of harm's way when he inevitably angered his fellow council members. Unfortunately for him, they were not enough to prepare him for you. At least you have some very nice shoes now.
We make a good squad.
Alright, destroy the winch to doom Solace Keep. No, we'll save it.
It's done. Solace is safe. Thank the gods.
Well, that's that.
This has to be an absolute pain to maintain. The gears are halfway behind the masonry, so you have to take down the masonry to work on the gears. Alright, to Galloway's tusks. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Kostya. They shouldn't have to stay here to guard a god they were going to release anyway.
Never thought I'd be so glad to see those Bleste walls.
But you don't jeopardize your people's lives to do so. As obsessed as he was with saving their lives, it didn't make sense anyway.
Closer. We have waited so long.
Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we travel to the Garden Cave and enter the garden. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.